Hey y'all, we ran out of space in our garden down by the creek for melons and pumpkins. So we decided that we're going to come back up on the top up here where we grew some squash and some cucumbers and things last year. They did okay, not great, but okay. This is the best spot we can do. I'm going to till it. I've got a bunch of compost over behind the barn I'm going to bring over here and then till back into the soil. Then we're going to take the landscape fabric up, or actually the kids are going to be pulling this landscape fabric up from last year to put over top of the melon beds. And that'll keep the weeds down and then let the melons sprawl all out and do their deal without having to compete with weeds. So that's what we're going to do. I think it's going to be just fine, but it's the best we can do, so it's got to work. So anyway, we're going to till, haul compost, put landscape fabric down, and then plant melon.
Derek explained over here we're going to go ahead and plant our melons. Hey buddy, hang on just a minute. And we're going to go ahead and do like 3 rows this way, but we're going to do like hill rows. So we're going to hill up the compost he brought in and just plant straight in the compost and see how that goes. We were going to just level it out and plant the ground, but it's a little more sense to hill it and try that one. Flooded pretty good. It came up to about the top of
almost up to the bottom of the bridge.
Yeah, almost up to the bottom of the bridge, but it did not go into the garden, which was awesome. And it was a pretty good flood. It was not a 100-year flood, but like our local city flooded really bad. Like I think there was water all the way up to the front door of the hospital downtown. So it was pretty rough. But anyway, we showed you that we had made hills for our, I think 3 rows of hills for our melons. We have not planted in them yet. We knew rain was coming. It's rained for 4 days since then. We're going to go ahead and plant them either today or tomorrow. I'm not sure which, depending on how much energy we have left here in a little bit. And we got our sweet potato slips, and these look phenomenal. Like, well, they're starting to wilt where we just got them today, but they're way, way better than what we had gotten before. Like I told you before, they said that they think they got too cold in shipment and they just replaced them for us. They were so nice. They called us and let us know that they were in. And these are Georgia Jets, and these are Vardaman. I can't remember which is which, but one, I'm assuming this one has a darker, like it's an almost purple colored peel, and then this one is going to be more of a light color, and I think this was a bushing line. Can't remember for sure, but that's the thing. I'll look them up later. But anyway, we're going to go put them in. Alright, so the other day before it rained, well, it was actually raining when we were down here, but it wasn't raining hard yet.
Soaking wet.
It was chilly. We went ahead and tilled under all of the carrots because nothing came up, and we were kind of like, you know, what's going to serve us better, because we've run out of space in the garden. We definitely, I won't say overplanted, because I don't think you can plant too much, but we planted a lot.
We planted more than we ran out of space.
We soaked our beans before we planted them at the suggestion of some of our comments in there, some of you great people out there. We went ahead and soaked them, but we weren't thinking when we soaked them, and we actually soaked half a pound of the Antigua green beans and a whole half pound of they're called red peanut beans or 6-week beans, or another type of green bean. So we suddenly realized that we were required at that point to plant an entire pound of beans, which is, you've heard me say, we don't want that many at one time to have to harvest and can, but...
Go get Kylie to help you, baby.
And in theory, the 6-week beans should start harvesting just before the green beans, so hopefully it won't be that bad.
Yeah, we'll see.
Anyway, some of those are actually surfacing a little bit. So we've done 5 rows right here, I think.
Mm-hmm. 4 rows of the peanut bean.
4 rows of the peanut bean, and we planted pretty heavy. We
had to use them up, and we had very little space, so.
But I know several people that actually broadcast into rows instead of like planting a straight row. They do broadcast rows. Works really well. We've done square foot gardening, and you can plant 9 per square foot, so they actually do pretty well planted close together. I'm not that worried about it. And then we have 1 row of Antigua because we had it left, which is like a green bean. It's the only ones I could find in bulk. They said that a lot of farmers market producers grow them because they're really prolific, and we're not a farmers market, but we have a lot of mouths to feed. So we're like, prolific is great.
Absolutely.
And then we have a bunch of rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think we planted 7 rows, but we did them foot wide rows with 9 beans per, so basically 3 across.
Yeah.
9 per square foot, all the way down for 7 rows. So we're trying to make the most of our space.
So that makes 21 rows.
Yeah.
22 rows of Antigua beans.
Because we had planted the 15 rows of green beans and had maybe 10 germinate, and we went through, and what was in the ground that we found had started to germinate and then rotted. So I think it was
the cold got
cold and wet. So we planted all this rain. Hopefully it didn't, you know,
wash out too many.
But I think in theory, oh, God bless you, Emma. Our camera woman has got the sneezes.
Yes.
In theory, we should be good to go. So now, since we used up all of our space, Derek's gonna till a new row.
2 more rows.
2 more rows down at the end, so we can plant these.
Yeah.
And I think we had a part of one of our potato rows that we didn't plant, didn't we? Like the last third. Yeah. And we have a bag of potatoes up at the house that were sprouted.
Probably wait till tomorrow to put that.
Yeah,
this is where I've tilled is really. This is the first that we've had over 8 inches of rain.
A lot of rain.
In 4 days. Mm-hmm. This is the first day that it hasn't rained all day.
The goats had stayed in their house for 4 days, and we took Samson to the barn because he was standing with his head in the goat house. Yeah. So we took him to the barn, and
so he could be dry.
We put him back out today. He was happy to get out, but when it was raining the other day, he like ran to the barn. He was happy to get to the barn. So,
yep. So we'll wait to do the potatoes until we can walk in there, because it's one of the kids just tried walking in there, and they were sinking like 3 inches. We said stop. Don't get in the garden right now.
But we forgot we do have that space for some more potatoes, which are sprouted in a bag up at the house, so that's good.
It's exciting.
All right, so you get to work, buddy.
Yes. We've got tilled out and the rows built. That was a lot more of a chore than I expected. Yeah, the tiller wasn't doing exactly like I thought it would, so I had to manhandle a lot more than I was expecting. But so anyway, I'm gonna sit in the chair and cool down for a minute.
I'm gonna plant.
While Emma and Jenna plant these 50 sweet potato slips.
All right, here goes nothing. Okay, I'm gonna make note, and partially this is for myself, so I'll remember this row, the inside row, is going to be Vardaman, I think is what it was called, and then the outside row is going to be George Jett. Or should I do them opposite? Because I think this was, one of them's vining.
I would say the one in your right hand is vining.
Okay, so we're gonna swap these.
Yeah.
George Jet, because they're smaller. I think they're bushing, and we're gonna put the vining ones on the outside. Okay, there you go. Now I have a mental note for me, and you know what I'm doing. All right, we got those in.
Yep.
There's 51 total. There's 23 of these, 28 of those, and that went really well.
It looks awesome.
The soil feels great. It looks awesome, and we will tell you up front, we are not sweet potato growing experts. This is actually the first time, I think, is it the first time we've ever grown any? Yeah.
Yeah.
We've like grown sweet potato slips, and then, I don't know.
Never actually followed through correctly with getting them planted.
I think we may have planted a few, but never actually happened. Nothing happened with
Yeah.
the damn thing. So if you're looking for information on growing sweet potatoes, go check out Danny and Wanda at Deep South Homestead,
Yes.
because they are like sweet potato experts.
Absolutely.
I think he even has a binder you can buy off their Etsy store about growing sweet potatoes, which I would love to have one of those. I need to get. But anyway, we just planted them. We watched some videos, watched them, read online, and did what it told us to do. So we're hoping these do really well, because we love sweet potatoes. We can eat a whole lot of sweet potatoes.
Yes.
So this is our first year with those, though.
It is. We were standing here looking at our corn patch,
Yeah.
our very sparse little corn patch, and I think we're going to try to find some more organic corn seeds, because just organic sweet corn, because
there's not a whole lot here.
I don't know what happened.
Well, I think we were
it was just
a
a
little
little cool.
early
Yeah.
on the corn, and again, the cedar I think wasn't great at placing the seeds, and then it got really cold, and then it rained a lot, so I think that we pretty much had everything going against it, and
Yeah.
not much going for it. So I'll get online and have a little bit of time, but you know, seeds are hard to find, so but we'll try to find them in bulk so we can do this whole section again. But
Should be cool.
Yeah, so we got that, and then we still have to go plant the melons. That will probably be tomorrow, so we will we'll go up there and do that probably tomorrow.
Yep. All right.